Hey everyone, wanted to do an Interchange loot guide. Interchange loot is insane. It's going to be nerfed eventually, but it's the starter map. It's one with the first task line, like the in-story task now in Tarkov. It's got great high value loot. It's got the find and raid items you need both for task and hideout, and there's also good ammo spawns. All right, and let's dive straight into these loot locations. So the first loot location here, this is one of the newer ones added, one of the newer camps. This is one of those that was crazy. People were finding LEDX like every time they came out here. They seem to have toned this one down a little bit. You can search for things on these shelves. There's a full gun. Through this, I'm not going to be searching containers, focused more on loose loot. Anytime you see these open containers, like to the left, a little tin can, there can be LEDXs in there. Always shove your face in it. And then checking these shelves. Jackets are always worth it. To search. In this back section, there's an armor there. Most of these times they're class 3 or 4. And this one's a 4, so it's a good one to take. On these beds, you shove your face in there. There can be rare, high valuable loot that spawns. And then on this table, right on top of the little radio, intel can spawn. It's always worth it to check. I hear table attachments parts, ammo in these containers. There's a bag to search. And more ammo just around. On this chair to the left, armor can spawn. And that's mostly it in this location. They've nerfed it a lot from what it used to be. Here's the next location. We're going in the back of the mall here. This is the new, it's either Tagilla or Killa hideout. Players will camp this a lot. A lot of times when I scav, I'll go see if Tagilla's in there. If not, you can kite him a little bit. The main entrance is through this van. It's the way people learn in the most. High value ammo to the right here on this table. There's a spawn there on the ground, and then also in this shopping cart those valuables can spawn. So bitcoins can actually fall down there to the bottom, so it's worth it just kind of looking for that little white dot anywhere in there for valuable items. Next is this crate, this broken crate. There are going to be like 3 tech spawns in here. You can see a lot of Tetris's graphics cards. So I picked that up just to kind of see under it, just to make sure there was nothing. But find a lot there. Over here, there's some more ammo spawns on the ground around these boxes. Anytime around these boxes, I always look in them. You'll see some of the other ones. In this box here, you'll see the intel. They call them the Playboy box. There's a couple in here that can spawn them. Good ammo here. Here's another Playboy box that can have intel. I believe Tetris is spawned there too. But this is where I found all my intel for the white. And that's it, location. And then in these boxes, especially those white ones that are folded, I find a lot of graphics cards and Tetrises in those. But it's worth it. Just looking for that little white dot. Just kind of shove it in there. Next one, and the same thing. I think ammo can spawn on the outside. And then some tech items in the boxes. So always check. Just kind of like I'm doing now. Just putting my face in there while I'm looking. Here's another tech spawn. It's the RFID. There's food spawns. Get the iskras there a lot too. In this back area is this little lounge area. As you see there's graphics cards here. Tech spawns. There's valuable spawns. In that area, on the chair, the bed, and the bench, a stem can spawn. Valuable item on the couch and beside it there. Just a good spot to hit back there. In these broken boxes here, tech items can spawn. You'll see like military cables. I guess like those military items you'll see in those boxes there. Weapons case, another Playboy box. Now, I believe I found intel in most of these. I haven't found one in this one yet, but I always check it since it looks the same. And then the easiest way out is just jump on top of the van and then leave. An alternative way of coming in is right here on these boxes is the most common. You can kind of head peek it for players or Tagilla if he's in here. Now this side and the other corner, like opposite ends here, if you are getting shot, you can crawl in these boxes on both sides. I think the other side's like a van jump. But you can peek over and shoot, and you can also just exit that way. So if you think someone's there, you might have heard something, it's worth it just leaving the other way. And then on to this one. This is a new location too. It's a little mini camp. It's not nearly as good as all the other ones, but it's worth it to hit. There's a lot of ammo and some med items. And a lot of these places, here's attachments for guns. Silencers are great, just for the value, and then using them on guns. You can also turn around and sell them. Here on the ground is ammo. One thing is just check if it's good ammo, keep it. So there's M80. So where you'll find most of your good ammo. On top of this box on there, I believe stems can spawn. And here's more med. You see on top the bags, or the bed. Found a lot of the morphines I needed early on. And you can also see lead X's. Like there's a lead X spawn to where that Slayo is. Good ammo can be found all on the ground here. So much spawns this wipe. I'm just checking it all. And then in this little containers here, there's medical items. You can find a lot of stems and lead X's. Find them on the ground. There's a CMS kit. And just check the shelving good. And then there's some other places around, but that's just the gist for that area. So here's another location. This one's it's a transit area, but in here, I believe you can see there on the ground, I missed a morphine there. So just making sure you're looking for that loose loot. So easy to miss, especially in the snow for me. Same thing here, just looking for those high value items that spawn loosely. Of course, there's the bags and stuff to search. Food items on that table across there. These open containers, always check for lead X. They spawn in there, and then these shelves too underneath, and then on the bed for stems. And around here, it's I believe it's industrial fuel spawn there. See, there's fuel conditioner right there in the middle. And then here's a little med area. You can look on the ground and in the van. There's different stems and medical items found. You can find like the gold stars and Vaseline. There is pretty common, along with like morphines. Yeah, and then this is the new area that you come from. That's in this like corner of the mall. It's the old transit. So here's the new area. If you continue diagonal from there, this is a great place to go. If you look to the right there, there's a train cars and stuff you can come across. There's also a common. I like coming in from the sides instead of right in the middle. If you continue around the left of the rock there, there's a way in. But getting up on this top part here, I don't know any good ways. It's just this awkward kind of climb up. To the right there's attachments and also like a whiskey spawn on the other side of that green container. But up here are going to be weapon attachments and ammo. You normally can find pretty good stuff up here. And then also the armor spawn there. Especially on a scav, it's worth a lot of times you can upgrade your armor. And then you can either go across there and loot or hop down here. Food items can spawn on the table. Tech loot around these boxes. You can kind of see all the spawns there. Over here, ammo, food, I believe a tech spawn. And then by this red, you can see the ratchet and blue wrench. They can also spawn tool sets there. Anywhere you see those, you can also get those found in ready tool sets. Weapon attachments. A lot of fuel in this area. You'll see some there. Here's some tech spawns on the ground. So just look around that little container. And then there's a tool set on the ground. Ignore my bad Tetrising. And fuel can spawn around this fuel truck. Good ammo on there. Going into these tents. Technical spawns there. Found a lot of graphics cards down in that area there where people just miss them. Medical items on the table. There's stems. You can also find lead X's anywhere you see those. In this next tent, I think high value food items to the left and on that crate. So here, where you see these two items, these rare items, always pitch your face and look there, because there's going to be Bitcoin there that's fallen and they're like super hard to see. Same here. There's a streamer item in high value, but also it can be a Bitcoin falling there, and when stuff spawns in, they move a little. So just need to be kind of like keeping an eye out for that. Just every raid. I see scavs miss it all the time. And then tech spawns on that shelf. Always check this. I don't think anything spawns there. Helmet on the mannequin. It's normally nothing too good. Not worth grabbing most time. High value spawn there at the bottom and on the couch. Sometimes it glitches through. These shelves contain ammo and I believe a tech spawn. And then definitely tech spawns in here. I found a bunch of drills on the shelves and can be on the ground there. Here's a little shack. Food items there. Get a lot of iskras. Ammo. See, that's good ammo. And then ammo on the couches. And just running your scabs, you'll find so much. This medical tent. Back here, search this open container. And then on those, and look, there's a lead X. That's why I say always check these. And then on the bed and then the shelves there, items can spawn. Medical items. I believe I do a bad job of being overweight here. In here you can get industrial loot here on the ground. An intel spawns under those books, but also the high value food items. And these stacks of bricks, industrial loot can spawn on both sides. So there's nails there. So between these cars, the industrial loot that's like the wrenches, the blue ones, and the tool sets spawn over here. Those in that ratchet. They sell for good money, but anywhere you see those, the tool sets spawn. And I found as much as 3 in a raid. I think there's 3 or 4 spawns there, or they fall around. This yellow van has fuel spawns, 1 in it and then to the right of it. And I think off the bat, fuel conditioners or the blue or metal ones can spawn. Same thing in here, the industrial loot. There you can see a tool set and drill there. And then also armor spawn. Not armor spawn, ammo. And then just on those rocks around it, you'll see ammo, armor on the mannequins, and weapon attachments. So here's a best case loot run for these new areas of the type of loot you can see. So hitting these areas, this is the kind of stuff that you'll find. And there's one more new place. Wanted to go inside. So there's this computer room. I just want to show this new area here. It's from the main story tells which character it is, but I can't remember. But it's their new little campsite hideout location. And if you come in here, I mean, there's good ammo all throughout. And I say good ammo. Ammo that can be good. So there's rare item spawns around these beds. Same thing. Look for that white dot. Try not to miss anything. On this table, where item spawn, see there's pro kill, and this other one. You can also find those little plushy things. You can always check these. Ammo in this next room. Weapon attachments. Like there's a 60 rounder. Like you need it for tasks. It's a good item. It can be full of good ammo, and then just ammo there. And then I think there's just food items in this kitchen area. And then going up to this top part here, this is the other part of this like idea new hideout area. On the seat, weapon attachments, ammo, armor can spawn. It's level 4. It's decent armor to have. You can see the weapons attachments around it. Back here in this little spot, ammo. There's going to be medical items, you see there, and then rare item spawn there. Where that chainlet is, bitcoins, pro kills, all those can spawn. And in this front little spot I checked, a lot of times there's a gun there, ammo, and just check the seats. I think there's a task item there too for the main storyline. But yeah, then that's it for this area here. So I want to do a live run and just kind of show you, this is online live, just kind of how I go about it. So it spawned me right in one of these new camps. I'm in the middle. I'm just going to go check the same spawns I just went over and see what that loot looks like. So there's one of the fuels I was talking about. I'm going to hop over here, see if there's anything. Sometimes these have been hit, and you're just kind of scavenging over. But you can still find good loot here. People miss so much stuff. AP ammo, that's good. I love running it. Tool sets there. If you struggle finding them in raid. Unfortunate, I just have a smaller backpack on this run. So it just kind of is what it is. Looking for players, trying to judge the situation, or is it a lot of scavs? People tend to be more friendly if there's a small chance they'll make it out. And then in this place, and then check under the boxes, you can see the letter there. There's the intelligence spawn. And to me, this is a good scav raid. Perfectly, this is when my alarm bells. Hey, we got stuff. Let's leave. I continue looting this area just to kind of show how I go about it. In my scav runs, you can see I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, oh, should I get out now? Because this is when my alarm bells are going off. And then, of course, on my actual scav runs, I will loot the boxes and containers and try to find that extra loot. Scavs kind of suck up value. And these are things that are normally missed by players that just skip over it. And another thing going through it is it's also, you can kind of see that the amount of loot you're used to, and then when there's not, it's like, hey, someone's probably been through here. And that looks to be the case, and they just missed the items that I've gotten so far, or haven't hit those specific areas. You can see the dead player. I'm checking players. Hey, does everyone look friendly? They're in PMCs in the area. Checking these spots, making sure I'm getting real close to them. And you can play your scavs in a couple different ways. You can use them to make money and supplement, which is good. I like to use them for task items, and then just kind of as a breakdown, like kind of a cooldown in between. Just run it off cooldown, get the scav rep up. Anything you find on your scavs found in raid. So if an area looks hit, maybe the more where everyone looks, I tend to skip a little more. You see there, I'm checking. Hey, it looks friendly. It looks like it's scav. I'm not the best at it. You get better the more you play. Just checking everything, and then you're gonna. Yeah, so a lot of this is hit. You can tell someone. It looks like he came in before me, and there's a fuel conditioner. Grab it. So he's probably looted most of that up there, so there's no point in following behind him and taking like the second tier items. But you can't skip in front of him until he's coming around. And there's good loot, high value food items there. I saw the helmet, but it's not a good one. And more dead bodies I see when I have good stuff makes me a little nervous. Is why I didn't check that container here. And 126 in the bottom, that's the experience and that you're getting for looting this. So it kind of shows how much loot value is on the person. So I've heard different rules of thumbs, over 100, over 150, to check. You never know. I've died as a scav with a Bitcoin on me And if anyone would have searched me, I don't know what the XP on that would have been if it would have shown accurately. But to me, it's worth checking dead scavs if you get a chance. You see here, I'm checking. I didn't know the exact penetration on that ammo, so I unload it. I click on it. It's like 28, so one of the mid-tier ones. So nothing crazy. So here, I'm just heading to extract now. Just kind of wanted to show the full process through. Because I run into, right here, I spot him, and someone running. And I'm a little older now. I can't tell if that's a PMC or a scav. And even if it is a scav, like, there's no way to tell if they're friendly or not. So, especially a lot of the newer players. So, I'm just keeping my distance, keep an eye on them. I think I got slugs in the shotgun. I'm not trying to take this fight. And then once I kind of calculate, like, he should be gone after 10 seconds of not seeing him in this area. Run the extract. Hopefully this was helpful with learning the new interchange loot locations. Leave a comment if I missed anything. And loot it now so you can complain about the nerfs later. Thanks, everyone.